Welcome to the enduring legacy of the Roosevelt Dime, a coin that has been a steadfast companion in American pockets for generations. While modest in size, its continuous minting since 1946 creates a rich field for collectors, from building complete date and mint mark sets to hunting for the elusive errors and varieties that lie hidden in plain sight. This series offers a fascinating and accessible journey through modern American history, one small silver and later clad disc at a time. First coin. The 1965 Roosevelt Dime stands as a paradoxical and deeply significant coin in American numismatics, representing a pivotal moment of transition that captivates serious collectors. While billions were struck, the coins produced in the final months of 1964 and the early days of 1965 carry a unique secret, making certain specimens exceptionally valuable. The intense collector focus is not on a standard 1965 dime, but on the rare and elusive examples that were struck on the wrong planchet, specifically the 90% silver planchets intended for 1964 dated coins. This error occurred as the U.S. Mint struggled to manage inventory during the monumental shift away from silver coinage, creating a series of transitional errors that are among the most desired in the modern series. The appeal lies in this historical accident, a tangible relic of a failed attempt to exhaust old silver stockpiles before fully committing to the new copper-nickel-clad composition. The historical context of this coin is inextricably linked to the Coinage Act of 1965 and the global silver crisis. Soaring silver prices in the early 1960s led to widespread hoarding and melting of silver coins, particularly dimes and quarters, causing a critical shortage in circulation. The U.S. government was forced to act, legislating the removal of silver from dimes and quarters, and replacing it with a clad composite of copper-nickel layered over a pure copper core. This change was meant to be absolute starting in 1965, but the practicalities of minting were complex. The Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints were tasked with using up remaining silver planchets, which were supposed to be exclusively for 1964 dated coinage. However, a small number of these silver planchets, some still bearing the S mint mark from San Francisco, were inadvertently fed into presses in 1965, creating a handful of rare 1965 dimes with the metallic composition of the past. What makes the valuable 1965 dime so distinctive is a feature invisible to the naked eye: its metallic composition. To the casual observer, it looks identical to the common copper-nickel-clad version. Its unique identity is revealed through its weight and its ring when struck. A standard 1965 clad dime weighs 2.27 grams, while the rare error struck on a 90% silver planchet weighs 2.5 grams. Furthermore, the absence of a copper-brown band along its edge is a key diagnostic, as the silver planchet is a uniform alloy. Visually, the coin retains Adolph A. Weinman's elegant obverse portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt and the reverse torch, oak branch, and olive branch design. However, in high-grade conditions such as mint state, the luster of a silver strike is profoundly different from the cladding. It possesses a brilliant, white, and deeply reflective quality that is immediately apparent to a trained numismatist. The rarity of a genuine 1965 silver dime cannot be overstated. It is estimated that only a few dozen examples exist across all mint marks and conditions. This extreme scarcity is not due to a low mintage figure, but to a profound minting error that was quickly identified and corrected. The condition is paramount, as with all rare coins, but the sheer rarity of any example means that even a well-worn specimen commands a substantial price. The population reports from major grading services like PCGS and NGC show only a handful of certified pieces, with the finest known grades being in the low mint state levels. This scarcity creates an intense competition whenever one appears on the market, as collectors of transitional errors and specialist sets view it as a cornerstone piece. The market value for a certified 1965 silver dime reflects its legendary status among error coins. For a problem-free example authenticated and graded by PCGS or NGC, prices consistently range from approximately $3,500 for a circulated piece in, say, extremely fine condition, to over $4,000 for a pristine, mint-state specimen. The auction record for the finest known examples has flirted with the $7,000 mark, demonstrating the premium placed on superior preservation. The value is driven by a confluence of factors: its status as a tangible artifact of a major U.S. monetary transition, its genuine rarity, and its necessity for completing specialized collections of Roosevelt Dimes or U.S. Mint errors. This is not a coin that experiences speculative bubbles. Its value is underpinned by a stable and persistent demand from a dedicated group of advanced collectors. For collectors aspiring to own one of these numismatic treasures, vigilance and verification are the watchwords. Acquiring a raw, uncertified 1965 silver dime is fraught with risk, as alterations and fabrications exist. The only prudent course is to purchase a coin that has been professionally graded and encapsulated by either PCGS or NGC, ensuring its authenticity and protecting its condition. Potential buyers should carefully study the population reports to understand the rarity in specific grades. Engaging with reputable auction houses that specialize in U.S. coins or established dealers with expertise in errors and varieties is essential. This is not a coin to be found in a dealer's junk bin. Its acquisition is a significant numismatic event that requires research and a substantial financial commitment. In summary, the 1965 Roosevelt Dime, in its ultra-rare silver format, is far more than a 10-cent piece. It is a numismatic landmark. It encapsulates the end of an era for U.S. silver coinage, a mistake born from a monumental monetary shift, and a prize that represents the pinnacle of the series for specialists. Its appeal is rooted in its profound historical narrative, its extreme scarcity, and the sophisticated challenge it presents to collectors. As a centerpiece of a collection, it offers not just aesthetic and historical satisfaction, but also a sound investment, as its value is sustained by its fundamental rarity and its irreplaceable position in the story of 20th-century American coinage. Next coin. The 1981D issue holds a particularly enigmatic and coveted position, not for its base metal composition, but for an extraordinary minting variety that distinguishes it from hundreds of millions of its common siblings. While the Denver Mint struck over 575 million dimes that year, a minuscule number were produced from a radically different stock: 90% silver planchets left over from the pre-1965 era. This accidental creation of a silver 1981D dime represents one of the most dramatic and valuable mint errors of the late 20th century. Its appeal to collectors is immense, as it embodies a profound anachronism, a coin from the clad era mysteriously possessing the soul and substance of a classic silver piece. The hunt for this coin is a specialist's pursuit, driven by the allure of the impossible made tangible. The historical backdrop of this era is a tale of residual materials and procedural oversight. By 1981, the United States Mint had been producing copper-nickel clad dimes for 16 years, and the inventory of old silver planchets was presumed to be long exhausted. However, it is believed that a very small number of these silver blanks, perhaps from a forgotten corner of a storage bin or mislabeled container, were inadvertently mixed with the standard clad planchets at the Denver facility. Their journey through the press was a fluke, a ghost from the past briefly resurrected. This was not a planned commemorative act but a pure minting mistake, making each resulting coin a unique artifact of institutional fallibility. The 1981D dime, therefore, exists in two parallel realities, one as a common circulating coin and another as a rare, metallic fossil. The defining unique feature of the valuable 1981 D dime is, once again, one of substance rather than design. Externally, it bears the standard Adolph A. Weinman designs, the portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse and the torch flanked by olive and oak branches on the reverse, with a small D mint mark to the right of the torch. The critical difference is its weight and electromagnetic signature. A regular 1981 dime weighs 2.27 grams and is attracted to a magnet due to its copper-nickel cladding over a pure copper core. The rare error, struck on a 90% silver planchet, weighs 2.5 grams and is completely non-magnetic. In pristine, uncirculated condition, the visual difference is also striking. The silver piece exhibits a brilliant white luster and a distinctive, sharp ring when struck, unlike the duller tone of its clad counterpart. The rarity of a genuine 1981 D silver dime is extreme, with current estimates suggesting that fewer than 10 specimens have been confirmed and certified by leading grading services. This minuscule population makes it one of the rarest regular-issue U.S. coins from the modern era. Unlike a coin with a low mintage, its scarcity is accidental and unpredictable, contributing directly to its legendary status. Condition is, as always, a critical value driver, but the sheer novelty of owning any example often supersedes grade considerations for specialists. The condition census for this variety is comprised almost entirely of mint state examples, likely because they were discovered soon after minting by sharp-eyed individuals who recognized their metallic oddity and preserved them immediately. Given its legendary status and extreme rarity, the market value for a certified 1981 D silver dime is substantial, firmly placing it in the realm of high-end era collecting. An example graded in mint state condition by PCGS or NGC can command prices beginning around $4,500 and can escalate significantly based on the specific grade and market competition. The finest known specimens, those grading MS65 or higher, have realized prices in excess of $8,000 in major auction houses. The value is not subject to the whims of the broader coin market, but is instead sustained by a small, dedicated group of error specialists and Roosevelt Dime completists for whom this coin represents a holy grail. Its appreciation has been steady and strong, reflecting its fixed supply and persistent demand. For any collector, the acquisition of a 1981 D silver dime must be approached with extreme caution and a reliance on expert verification. The market for such a rare item is a breeding ground for sophisticated counterfeits, including altered coins with added silver cores or expertly plated fakes. The only secure method of purchase is to buy a coin that has been authenticated, graded, and encapsulated by either Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Company, NGC. These slabs not only guarantee authenticity but also protect the coin's surfaces. Collectors should immerse themselves in the numismatic community, frequenting specialized error forums and establishing relationships with dealers who have proven expertise in mint errors, as a coin of this caliber rarely appears on the open market and is often traded privately. In conclusion, the 1981 D Roosevelt Dime, in its ultra-scarce silver manifestation, is a numismatic phantom, a coin that by all rights should not exist. It is a captivating error that bridges the classic silver era with the modern clad period, offering a tangible connection to a lost monetary standard. Its immense value is a direct reflection of its accidental creation, its profound rarity, and its non-negotiable role in a comprehensive collection of major U.S. mint errors or a top-tier Roosevelt dime set. As a centerpiece of a sophisticated collection, it offers unparalleled bragging rights and a sound store of value, its worth secured by a story as unique as its metallic composition and a rarity that ensures its status for generations to come. Next coin. The 1983 D issue holds a secret that elevates it to a position of numismatic royalty. Its appeal is not rooted in a metal error, but in a dramatic and visually striking blunder of a different kind, the absence of the mint mark. For a single, elusive coin, the D that should proudly signify its Denver Mint origin is missing, creating an extraordinary and highly sought-after variety. This omission occurred when a minting press, due to a clogged die or a fragment of debris, failed to impart the mint mark onto a single planchet, resulting in a coin that appears to be from Philadelphia. This accidental creation is a premier example of a modern mint error, captivating collectors who pursue coins that tell a story of a momentary mechanical failure. The historical context of this error is set against the backdrop of a changing minting process. In 1983, mint marks were still being punched directly into the working dies by hand at each branch mint. This manual process, while generally reliable, was susceptible to human and mechanical error. A clogged die cavity, perhaps filled with grease or a sliver of metal, could prevent the mint mark from being stamped onto the coin's surface. This was the final year before the U.S. Mint transitioned to a master hub system for all coins in 1985, which would centralize mint mark application and make such errors far less frequent. The 1983 D no mint mark dime is therefore a relic of the end of an era, a final, rare gasp of the old, decentralized system that allowed for such dramatic and valuable mistakes to slip through quality control. The unique feature of this coin is immediately apparent upon inspection of the reverse. To the right of the torch, where a small, clear D should be located, there is only a smooth, unmarked field. The rest of the coin's design is standard, featuring Weinman's obverse portrait of Roosevelt and the reverse torch with olive and oak branches. In high-grade, uncirculated condition, the visual impact of this missing mint mark is profound, set against a backdrop of full, frosty luster and sharp, well-defined details on the torch and fasces. The error is not a subtle doubling or a minor misalignment. It is a complete and categorical absence, making its identification straightforward, and its visual distinction from a common Philadelphia dime its most defining characteristic. The rarity of a genuine 1983 D no mint mark dime is extreme, with certified populations numbering fewer than a dozen confirmed specimens across all grading services. This scarcity is not a function of low mintage, but of a singular, isolated error that was almost certainly caught and corrected quickly after it occurred. The fact that any of these coins escaped the mint and entered circulation is a minor miracle. As with all major errors, condition is paramount, but the market for such a rarity is so hungry that even a lightly circulated example would command a formidable price. The majority of known examples are preserved in mint state grades, having been discovered by collectors who recognized their significance before they could suffer wear. The market value for a certified 1983 D no mint mark dime reflects its status as a king of the Roosevelt series. For a problem-free example graded in mint state condition by PCGS or NGC, prices consistently begin in the range of $5,500 and can climb swiftly. The finest known specimens, those boasting superb gem quality with exceptional eye appeal, have been known to fetch prices approaching $9,000 in competitive auction environments. The value is driven by its status as one of the most dramatic and recognizable errors in modern U.S. coinage, a must-have for specialists in the Roosevelt Dime series, and a crown jewel for any collection focused on significant mint mistakes. For collectors, the pursuit of this coin demands an unwavering commitment to authentication. The primary danger is a cleverly altered Philadelphia mint coin being passed off as the rare Denver error. The only safe path to acquisition is through a coin that has been professionally certified by PCGS or NGC, as their slabs guarantee the coin's authenticity as a genuine Denver mint product missing its mint mark. Collectors should study the specific diagnostics around the mint mark area that experts use to confirm the error. Engaging with reputable dealers who specialize in modern errors and monitoring major numismatic auctions are the most reliable strategies for when one of these rare pieces becomes available. In summary, the 1983 D Roosevelt dime without a mint mark stands as a monumental error and a testament to the imperfections of the minting process. It is a coin that commands attention not for its metal content, but for a profound omission that defies its very identity. Its immense value is a direct result of its stark visual appeal, its legendary rarity, and its critical importance to completing a comprehensive collection of Roosevelt dimes or a world-class set of U.S. mint errors. As a pinnacle achievement for any collector, it represents both a sound financial holding and a piece of numismatic history, a silent witness to a single, fleeting moment when a press failed and created a legend. Next coin. The 2008 D-Dime is one such coin, but its immense value is not found in the billions of standard examples produced. Instead, it lies in an extraordinarily rare and specific error, a coin struck on a specially prepared proof planchet. This accidental creation resulted from a mix-up at the mint, where a blank intended for a proof set at the San Francisco facility found its way to Denver and was struck with a regular business die. This confluence of events produced a coin with a stunning, mirror-like surface that is completely out of place for a Denver mint product, making it a pinnacle of modern error collecting. The historical context of this error is rooted in the mint's segregated production processes for circulation coins and collector products. In 2008, the Denver Mint was tasked with producing over 750 million dimes for general circulation, characterized by their satin or slightly grainy finish. Simultaneously, the San Francisco Mint was producing proof coins for collectors, which are struck multiple times on specially polished planchets to create deeply mirrored fields and frosted, sculpted devices. The error occurred when one of these pristine mint planchets was somehow included in a shipment or a bin of blanks sent to Denver. It was then fed into a press and struck with the standard business die, creating a hybrid coin that bears the D mint mark of Denver, but possesses the breathtaking surface quality of a proof. The unique feature of this valuable 2008 D-Dime is its profound and unmistakable visual character. To the untrained eye, it may simply look exceptionally shiny, but a collector immediately recognizes the deep mirror finish of the fields, a characteristic known as cameo contrast. On the obverse, the fields around Roosevelt's portrait will be like a pool of liquid mercury, while the raised elements may exhibit a light frost. The reverse will show the same stunning mirrors around the torch and branches. This is radically different from the non-reflective, granular surface of a standard uncirculated 2008 D-Dime. Its appearance is so distinct that it stands out with an almost theatrical brilliance, a clear signal of its accidental and prestigious origin. The rarity of a genuine 2008 D-Dime on a proof planchet is absolute. It is believed that only a single example of this specific error has ever been discovered and certified, making it unique in the truest sense of the word. This level of scarcity transcends normal numismatic metrics. It is not merely a condition rarity or a low mintage issue, but a one-of-a-kind artifact of a minting mistake. In this case, the condition is inherently tied to its error nature. It must, by definition, be in a state that preserves the full proof-like surface. Any contact or wear would diminish its defining characteristic and thus its value, but the sole known specimen resides in a high grade, preserving its phenomenal eye appeal. Given its status as a unique coin, the market value for the 2008 D-proof planchet dime is not set by a range, but by the pinnacle of what a dedicated collector or institution is willing to pay for absolute exclusivity. While it has traded privately, its value is comfortably estimated to be in the realm of $4,000 to $6,000 or more. This price reflects not just its rarity, but its desirability as a trophy coin, a centerpiece that can define an entire collection. It appeals to multiple segments of the market: advanced Roosevelt Dime specialists, serious error collectors, and those who pursue one-of-a-kind U.S. Mint products. Its value is sustained by the fact that it is irreplaceable. There is no other coin like it. For any collector, the approach to a coin of this caliber is fundamentally different from acquiring a more common variety. The primary task is verification, as its unique status makes it a high-profile target for counterfeits. The only safe path is to acquire the one known example, which is securely encapsulated by a top-tier grading service with a specific attribution, such as struck on a satin finish proof planchet. Building a relationship with dealers who handle the highest echelon of error coins is essential, as a piece like this would never appear in a public circulation find. Participation in major coin auctions and membership in specialized numismatic societies are the only avenues through which one might even be notified of its availability. In conclusion, the 2008 D dime struck on a proof planchet is more than just an error. It is a numismatic singularity. It represents a flawless execution of a coin's design on the wrong metal canvas, a beautiful mistake that bridges the utilitarian world of circulation currency with the refined realm of proof coinage. Its astronomical value is a direct function of its uniqueness, its stunning visual appeal, and its irreplaceable position in the annals of modern U.S. minting. For the connoisseur who secures it, this dime is not an increment in a set but a destination, a masterpiece of mishap that embodies the ultimate thrill of the hunt and the pinnacle of modern collecting achievement.